We are under the lights as the show gets you ready for another edition of Major League Baseball. It's Game 4 of the World Series between the Minnesota Twins and the New York Mets. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to the World Series here on the show. With me is Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. And Dan, lots of storylines here as we approach the start of Game 4.
Well, I think this series has played out exactly how we expected it to. At 2-1, it's been tightly contested, back and forth. We've got two teams worthy of being here, and I think this will go at least 6 games before it's all said and done.
The build-up to this one is just about over. It's time for all the drama of World Series baseball on the show. And we'll have it for you next. Rick Porcello is the man on the mound for the 4th game of the series. What's your take on him, Dan?
Well, this guy's kind of unique. How about a 5-pitch repertoire that he has? That gives him a lot of options for both righties and lefties. And if he's on, he could be really tough to hit.
Digging in, Byron Buxton. And we are set for baseball here this evening.
The center fielder, Byron Buxton.
Here's the first pitch to him. And now he'll try to bunt his way on to start the game. This gets foul. It's 0-1.
First pitch, 7-0-6.
Now here it comes. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. Now a ball lined to the left side, but this will be a foul ball. 53 degrees here at game time as it's cooled off considerably since batting practice this afternoon. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
Standing in now, Jorge Polanco. Softly hit to the left side. And this will be taken in by the third baseman for the second out.
Batting third, the second baseman, Luis Arraez.
Now here it comes. Liner towards second. And that is in there for a 2-out base knock.
Hey, there's a nice knock by the 3-hole hitter. I know there's 2 outs, but they always say with your man coming up, the number 4-hole monster, as soon as he steps in the batter's box, there's a runner in scoring position.
First offering on its way, but pulled in at the hot corner, and that ends the inning. 1 left for Minnesota. Now the Mets will step up for their first shot in a scoreless ball game. Homer Bailey will be on the mound for Game 4. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, every once in a while you're going to have a clunker, and this guy had one in his last one. Gave up 10 hits in his last start, That's not an easy thing to do, and he certainly hoped to turn things around in this one.
At the plate, Jeff McNeil. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Infield in the overshift here now, the pitch. And this is taken outside for ball one. The 1-0.
2 balls, no strikes.
There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Going back is the right fielder. And it's gone. So it's a solo home run to lead off the bottom of the first. His second home run of the series, and they've taken a 1-run lead.
That's how the manager drew it up right there. Hold the visiting team scoreless and then grab a huge home run in the first.
Up next, the power bat of Pete Alonso. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. A ball and a strike to the Mets first baseman. So let's take a peek at the officiating crew in this one. Behind the plate is Kenny Jansen.
Hey, the book on Kenny Jansen, D-Road, not a very big zone, but he will give you that low pitch below the knees.
Yeah, and he's consistent. You're okay with that as an offensive player. He wants to give that pitch below the knees. If this pitcher can execute consistently, you better make the adjustment.
Looks like this guy's afraid to throw the ball in the strike zone. Gave up that home run earlier in the inning. Needs to get back to being aggressive.
And that's ball three now as it just misses below the zone.
This is where you cash your checks right here. 3-1. You're one of the best hitters in the game. You live for situations like this.
Base is empty here with nobody out. And it's fouled away. Now the payoff pitch home. Down the left field line and deep. And this will not be caught. It's a foul ball. The 3-2 one more time. And he looks at one that misses, and that's an excellent job of making his man throw a lot of pitches as he toughs out a walk.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. He'll start this at bat with a knuckle curve right there. Strike one. Ready with the 0-1.
Nope.
Fastball misses inside. It's even at one. Alonso on at first. Nobody out. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1 and 2. Open to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Hot shot down the line. Got him swinging on the split-fingered pitch, and that's out number 1.
Well, that's just a quality pitch right there. The location was excellent because if it's put in play, there's a good chance it's on the ground for a double play. And, hey, a strikeout always works, too.
Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. One in, one out, and one on here in the inning. Behind 0-2 now. Runner at first here, one man out. And this is hit hard to the right side, but foul. The next 0-2. And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number 2.
For me, check swings are right there next to bang-bang plays at first as the most difficult calls for an ump to make. Taking a look at show motion, the batter doesn't appear to hold up enough, so I think the call was right.
He's set, and the pitch. Here comes the 0-1. Good pitch there on the inside. Black called the strike.
Boy, this is one of those ABs you like to hit the rewind button on. Put himself in a tough spot now, hitting with 2 strikes.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he chased it in the dirt. Garver recovers, and the throw to first ends the inning. Mets draw first blood thanks to this solo home run. Second inning coming up, and the Mets have an early 1-0 lead.
Moving up to Minnesota, the third baseman, number 24, Josh Donaldson.
Now here's the pitch. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. A 1-1 count now to Donaldson. Donaldson, commonly known as the bringer of rain around the game, he was selected in the first round back in the draft of 2007.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
Now a check swing, and he went around, says the home plate umpire. Tough ruling, but it's out number 1.
That is big. The right fielder, Matt Kepler.
Here comes the first pitch. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. Ball 2 in his career against Porcello. He's got 3 base hits in 20 at-bats. He's taken him deep once. 2 balls and a strike.
Gutsy pitch right there. 2-0 changeup for a strike. Good call by the catcher. Great execution by the pitcher.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Cespedes on the move. He gets there, and that's the second out.
That is 7. The left fielder, number 20, Eddie Lafarge.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Ball one.
Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Into center field, line drive, base hit. So the 2-out base hit and the top of the inning is still alive.
Pitcher went to the well one too many times. Back-to-back fastballs. Hitter was able to keep his hands through, deliver a nice line drive.
To the plate now, Mitch Garver, as he'll look at a changeup that drops below the knees for ball one.
This is where you got to take stock in the situation. Adjust your batting gloves and realize you need a gapper to score this guy from first. If nothing less, pass the baton to the guy behind you and keep the line moving.
Swung on and missed. 1-1. We're in the second. 1-0 Mets early on. One and two to the Twins catcher. Oh, and he took a big swing at that one as this is driven out to deep left center field. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. So a two-run shot to left center, his first homer here in the series, and the Twins move out on top 2-1.
Hey, that's the price you pay right there when you try and sneak a fastball past this guy. Power hitter, and every power hitter in the league knows you got to start with the numero uno, number one, man. You got to get on the heater and adjust to everything else, and he did just that.
Into the box, Homer Bailey. He swings and sends it in the air to right center field. Conforto is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. A two-run score for the Twins, both coming on this two-run home run. On to the bottom of inning number 2. It's now 2-1 Minnesota. Last half of the second set to go, and that'll bring forth the veteran outfielder, Yoenis Cespedes. First offering on its way.
Ball. Count 1-0.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Hits this one hard the other way, and that's through for a hit. Pitch coming. Here it is. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1. Nobody out, runner on first. In the dirt, and now let's see. And a bad time for that as the runner takes second here.
Well, I know what he was thinking there. The pitch before was way out of the zone, and he was hacking. So the pitcher says, hey, if he's going to swing at that, how about this? Solid strategy, except this time it didn't work out, and it's a wild pitch.
Really pulled that one across as the slider misses well inside.
You know, I'm not sure he didn't throw that pitch out of the zone on purpose. They've been swinging at pretty much everything he throws, so why not give it a shot?
Here's the 1-2 delivery. 2-2.
Well, he kind of got caught chasing the first two pitches out of the strike zone, but I think he's caught on to their game a little bit right now. Two tough pitches that he took with 2 strikes, and now the count is 2-2.
And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2.
Wow, this is a pretty good at bat right here. From down in the count 0-2 to work the count back to 3-2. And he's seen a lot of pitches, too.
Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out.
This is where a strikeout pitcher has such a big advantage. Runner on second and no outs. It's definitely a strikeout situation in order to keep that runner from getting to third with less than 2 outs. When you can do it, it changes the whole strategy of the inning. Even a ground ball to the right side makes this a lot more dangerous situation.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ahmed Rosario. He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. One out and a runner on second base. Right side. He'll get to this one deep in the hole. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
Good range showing off into the hole right there. That's not an easy play, but these guys make it look that way sometimes.
Into the box now, Rick Porcello, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. First pitch on its way.
1-0.
34 pitches for him through an inning and 2/3 right now. That's not terrible, but it's a lot higher than he'd like.
Well behind that fastball. It's a swinging strike. 2 outs here with a runner at third. Mets pitcher behind at the plate with a ball and 2 strikes.
Hey, I know it's the pitcher at the plate, but he's going to grind it out right here. He's got a chance to help himself, and nothing's a bigger backbreaker to a team than watching the pitcher drive in a run.
From the stretch, the 1-2. And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2. Even at 2-2. The pitch. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side. Arias is there, and he puts this one away for the 3rd out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. Game 4 rolls along. We're back after this. Matt Vasgersian, Mark DeRosa, and Dan Plesac back with you as Byron Buxton readies to lead off the inning. Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt, the first pitch. 1-1. Swing and a liner. And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
Now back, the shortstop, Jorge Polanco.
So now to the plate, Jorge Polanco, as he'll watch one miss down and in for a ball. 1-0. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. There goes the runner. Pitch misses low. The throw down. He's in there easily as the throw bounces on the way down.
Some managers treat the postseason as a time to be aggressive, and that's exactly the case here. They had the speed burner on the move, and it worked out nicely for him. Just got to drive him in now.
The 2-0. In the dirt. It's 3-0 now. Luis Arias will be next. And he misses there for ball 4. So runners are at first and second now with nobody out.
Always tough to issue a free pass, but especially troublesome when you give up a single right before that to start the inning. We'll see if he can figure out a way to wiggle out of this.
Into the box, Luis Arias. He reached on a single in his first try.
Yeah, and they take another single right here. That third base coach is dying to wave his arms. I wouldn't be surprised if anything hit hard through the infield. He's going to wave him.
And looks like he got the call there on the pitch inside. It's 0-1.
Little traffic on the base paths right here, but one pitch away from getting a double play and getting right back into control.
Behind 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count and the pitch. Right back to the mound. Could be an easy 2. On to first and they turn the double play.
Not what you expect from your 3-hole hitter when the first 2 guys get on base. That's pretty deflating. But now we'll see if the cleanup guy can still pick up the runner at third.
So the big bat of Miguel Sano digs in next. Hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, pretty unlucky right there, Matty. Squared up a fastball nicely, and that's all you can do. You just want to be
stopped on the slide by Cano. To first. It's there. He got him. Twins wind up stranding 1. They lead it 2-1. Jeff McNeil will be the next to take a turn. And he's off to a hot start in this one. Homered his first time around.
The last at-bat, Matty D, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and did miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in some off-speed pitches.
Pitch on the way. A ball and a strike.
1-1.
And there's ball 2 now. Lays off the split finger that time. 3-1.
To be honest with you, I'm a little bit more afraid of the guy on deck than the guy that's up right now. If I'm on the mound, I want this guy up right now. He's the guy that's got to beat me.
Fastball is taken for a strike, and he runs it full 3-2. And he fouls this one off. And good patience exercised as he works out the walk to lead off the home half of the third.
Well, there's only a one-run cushion to play with, so he's got to be upset after he walked the leadoff man here. Go-ahead run comes to the plate, and there are no outs. This could be a very interesting inning.
So here's Pete Alonso. He drew a base on balls his first time up. From the belt, the pitch. Swing and a miss on the slider, 0-1. A 2-1 score here as we play inning number 3. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 home.
Nope. Outside.
Sometimes you got to be aggressive offensively, but sometimes you just let the pitcher dig his own grave. Patience and discipline seem to be the way to go right here.
Now the 2-1. And he grooves the fastball there. This is hit high and deep out to straightaway center field. Gone! Two-run shot to straightaway center, his second home run of the series, and it's given the Mets a 3-2 lead.
Well, in just a little more than 2 innings of work, he's given up 2 homers. Could be just one of those games for him. We'll see how much rope they give him. It's definitely getting shorter at the moment.
At the plate now, Michael Conforto. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty, it's strike 1. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Down and away, ball 1.
Well, I'll tell you, if he wants to turn things around, that pitch is one he's going to have to start locating a lot better.
The 1-1 home is in there for the second strike.
Count is 1 and 2.
And he'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Trying to send him packing for the second time. Drilled down the line. And this will stay inside the third base bag. A fair ball. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out. And time will be called here as the pitching coach heads out to the mound and hopefully try and settle this guy down a bit. And that'll bring up Wilson Ramos. And that misses, ball 1. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Here comes the 1-0.
2-0.
Tough situation for him right here. I mean, he's got an open base, so he doesn't have to get into this guy, but there's definitely danger looming on deck, so you can't just completely work around him either.
Now the 2-0 home is swung on and missed, and that's strike 1. A runner at second, nobody out. And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1.
Not a good spot to be in right now. Pitcher's falling behind in the count with a guy up that hits really well with runners in scoring position.
Liner towards second. And that's in there. Base hit. And they'll put the brakes on at third. Runners at the corners with nobody out.
Well, there's a bullet base hit right there, but you have to hold there, Devo, to make sure that gets down and isn't caught for a line drive double play.
Yeah, you have to play the game right there and respect the infield and respect the line drive. I know he wants to get a ribby for his buddy, but that's the way the game's played.
Robinson Cano the next to dig in. One there. Return throw is in time, and what do you know, they do get the double play.
Number 52.
Stepping into the box, Yoenis Cespedes, 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. Bailey pauses and delivers.
Outside, that's a ball.
We're only in the third inning, and his pitch count is above 60. That's not being too efficient with your pitches.
Men on third with 2 down. Out in front here is this one scorched foul to the left. The set and the 1-1. In there, 1-2 now. A ball and 2 strikes. Fouled off. Two outs here with a runner at third. There's a fastball well off the plate for a ball. Throw on to first, and an important pitch there as they get out of the inning before things explode. But the Mets do strike for 2, both coming on this 2-run home run. We played 3 full, and New York's taken a 3-2 lead. All set for the start of the 4th, and set to go is the third baseman, Josh Donaldson. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Hey, this isn't exactly the way you'd like to draw it up. Not throwing a lot of first pitch strikes, but the bottom line is he's getting outs.
1-1.
1-1.
Fouled away. Looking to punch him out again. The pitch.
That's in. Ball 2.
Well, 2 straight fastballs inside haven't put him away. So now it'll be interesting to see what he turns to.
The 2-2. He swung on and missed, strike 3.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
Max Kepler the next to grab a bat. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. Lifted in the air to right field. Long run for the right fielder. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out.
The left fielder, number 20, Eddie Rosario.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Eddie Rosario. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one. Now the pitch. And he takes ball 1.
Count 1-0.
We're in the 4th. 3-2 is our score. 2-0 to the Twins left fielder.
Not even close with the 1-0. He needs to get back in the zone, but be careful. Work the quadrants.
Line shot to third, and the side is retired. Twins are set down 1-2-3. They're down 3-2. Just about set to go for the last of the fourth. But before we do that, here's Heidi Watney.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with the Mets manager to discuss his thoughts on his club's offense so far. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. They've been able to push across 3 runs to this point, but they've also made the opposition work extremely hard. He's thrown a lot of pitches, and they think they're going to have a good opportunity to push across a lot more runs as he tires or as they get into that bullpen.
Thank you, Heidi. In now, Brandon Nimmo looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Now here's the pitch. Just a bit high with the fastball, but didn't get the call. Now the Twins are going to get a lefty up and throwing in the bullpen. The 1-0. The bouncer to the left side. Donaldson's up with it. And an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow.
Now batting, shortstop, Ahmed Rosario.
Digging in, Ahmed Rosario. He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time. Here's the first pitch to him. And a bit too high with that one. It's 1-0. 3 runs, 5 hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. Look out, 2-0 now.
Well, that'll wake everyone up. Anytime you buzz the tower like that, there's reason for people to start getting a little bit edgy.
Too tight with that one. 3-0.
That's a good job right there. Very rarely see pitchers double up where they go a pitch inside. Normally they'll go back outside, but he followed that up with another pitch on the inside part of the plate.
Here it is on 3-0. There's ball 4.
The pitcher, number 22.
So here's the Mets pitcher, Rick Porcello. He could be bunting here in order to stay out of the double play. First pitch of the at-bat. And he'll try to bunt that man to second, but this one kicks foul. Bailey with a look at first, and he'll get back in standing. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Now a bunt attempt here. The second for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Nothing across here this half. On to the top of inning number 5 we go. It's the Mets 3 and the Twins 2. Welcome back to Flushing, Queens. Before we get back to baseball, let's check in with Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Twins to discuss his thoughts on Minnesota's lineup so far. And he told me he's pretty unhappy with their discipline at the plate in this one. He said their pitch selection has been the main reason for their struggles today, as far too often they've been swinging at pitches outside the strike zone. That's leading to a lot of soft contact and easy outs. So the focus going forward is on shrinking the zone and forcing the opposing pitching to throw more strikes.
Okay, thank you, Heidi.
The catcher, number 8. Nick Garver.
First delivery to him on the way. Mitch Garver is at the plate as he watches ball 1.
Hey, struggling to find the release point of that curveball. That wasn't a very good one. Somehow he's just got to find that feel because that's a pitch he's going to need going forward.
Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
I wonder if that homer rattled him a little bit. He's certainly a little bit more cautious against him this time around.
Too high, and it's 3-0.
Not the way you'd like to start this fifth inning, falling behind 3-0 on the count. It's about time he starts throwing some strikes.
The pitch. And a good eye here as he takes ball 4, and it's a base on balls to lead off the fifth inning.
And that's what you want from your leadoff hitter. Shows some great patience and discipline, making the pitcher labor to start the game. The result is a leadoff walk and a chance to make some early noise.
Next to hit will be the pitcher, Homer Bailey. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. From the belt, kicks and deals. And now a bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. There's one. On to first, but not in time as he's in there ahead of the throw.
He got the bunt down, but he didn't deaden it enough. Really good job by the first baseman to charge in and make a good throw to second to get the lead runner.
Back to the top of the order now, and that'll bring up the speedy outfielder Byron Buxton. Here's the first pitch to him, and he misses inside with that one. Ball 1. In there, 1-1. Fifth inning of play here in a 3-2 ball game. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. Definitely had the distance, but it winds up a foul ball. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way.
Hey, he threw that pitch with a purpose to get a double play. Good job to let it go by, though, as a hitter.
Here now the 2-2. Is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
That was a good job tying him up inside on that strikeout pitch. It wasn't even in the strike zone, but with the hitter protecting with 2 strikes, that's the kind of pitch you can get him to offer at, and he's probably not going to do much with it when he does make contact.
At the plate, Jorge Polanco, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. The 1-0.
That's ball 2. 2-0.
Two runs, 4 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for Minnesota. Grounded down the third baseline, but this will wind up a foul ball. 2-2. From the belt, the pitch. And there's a base hit on the line.
Hey, this guy's having a big series in the postseason. It looks like to me that the moment isn't too big for him. He's slowing the game down. He looks terrific.
Yeah, absolutely. Postseason monster right here, having a huge series. Any big leaguer can have their moment mid-May, but to do it when it gets cold outside means everything.
Into the box now, Luis Reyes. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And nearly a 3-run shot. Instead, it's a foul ball. And he takes this one high, 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
A time to start making some quality pitches. He finds himself in a tough spot behind an account with guys on base.
Hits are even right now at 5 aside. Swing and a liner, but foul. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Now a swing and a ground ball for the second baseman, Cano. On to first, and the Twins are turned away here as the side is retired. Fair to say. Set now for the bottom of the 5th, and that'll give way to the third baseman, Jeff McNeil.
Number 6.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Right side and right into the shift. And that's through for another base hit. He'll make it 2 for 2 in this one.
Hey, some guys look out there, Dan. They don't care. They can't execute the ball the other way. It's not that easy. They're going to hit it as hard as they can right into the shift and let the chips fall where they may.
You know, it's hard, Debo, when you come up all the way through high school, little league, college ball, and the minor leagues, and you're used to pulling the ball. That's the type of hitter you are. Some of these hitters are going to have to try to make some changes with these exaggerated shifts.
First pitch on its way.
Count 1-0.
Great game plan so far by this offense. They're not chasing any of those breaking balls out of the zone.
A runner at first with no outs here. High and deep down the left field line. And that's going to land foul. And this one gets away. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch. And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1.
It's one thing to get hit around, but it's far worse when you're getting yourself into trouble by not throwing strikes. Every pitcher's been there, but it doesn't make it any less frustrating or unacceptable.
Called strike, and that'll run it full. And he misses there for ball 4. So runners are at first and second now with nobody out.
When a guy homers off you early in the game, the last thing you want to do is challenge him and maybe have him do it again. He was a lot more careful with him there.
At the plate, Michael Conforto. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Good fastball there from Bailey as he takes charge, 0-1.
Well, he kind of tipped his hand right there. His approach is obviously sitting on the off speed because he was so late on that first pitch either.
1-1 the count. From the stretch. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2.
Take a step back right here. After 3 fastballs in a row, there is no chance he throws you a 4th.
First and second here with nobody out. And it's fouled away. The 1-2. Hit well on the ground to first. To second for one. Return throw gets him at first. It's a 3-6-1 double play.
Oh, that's a rally killer right there. They were in great shape with 2 on and nobody out, but the double play is the last thing you want in that situation. Just a runner at third now, but there's 2 outs.
So a man at third here with 2 gone, and next is the catcher Wilson Ramos. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch.
Great job by everyone involved right there. Executed a great pitch. Got the double play. But don't kid yourself. There's still a guy standing on third base. He still needs 1 more out.
Ready with the 1-0. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Toward the line and right. And that's a fair ball. They'll cash in here as the run is in to score from third. It's 4-2.
Well, that's a big pick-me-up right there. After the ground ball double play, that runner at third could have been stranded. Big, and I mean big, 2-out base hit.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, picking up your teammates right there. You know, after grounding into a double play, you watch your teammate go back to the dugout dejected, costing his team 2 outs, and you find a way to bail him out. Nice piece of hitting.
Cano waits on the first pitch. Robinson Cano stands in for the 3rd time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0. Bailey pauses. Here's the pitch. Line fouled off to the left and a few rows back. A runner on first with 2 away. And this one's in the dirt. And on the play, the runner moves into scoring position now at second.
Well, the graphic here isn't going to properly show just how far that pitch was from the strike zone. That thing wasn't even close, and I think it made the decision to move up a base pretty easy to make.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle. And that's through into center field. Base hit. And they're going to hold that runner at third base, as even with 2 away, they didn't like their chances there.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Good. Watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
Rich Hill trots in from the bullpen here as he inherits a tough spot with 2 on and 2 away. Here's the left fielder, Yoenis Cespedes. As he'll take a look at a strike on the outside corner, it's 0-1. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. And it's 1-1. Runners at the corners, 2 men out. Off the outside that time as the breaking ball can't catch the zone.
Hey, lots of guys get too aggressive in a spot like this, but he's done a nice job of gaining some count leverage. Look for him to put the ball in play hard.
Back up the middle, reined in, and an underhanded throw is in time for out number 3. Mets forced to settle for 1 here in the inning. We're through 5 here at the ballpark. The Mets lead it 4-2. Digging in once again, Miguel Sano. A line out and a ground ball for an out on his line so far.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
The third baseman, number 24, Josh Donaldson.
Leadoff man gone, and that'll bring in the third baseman, Josh Donaldson. First pitch of the at-bat.
Ball 1, no strike. Ball 2.
A couple of strikeouts early in the game, but he's done a much better job in this at-bat trying to get ahead and put himself in a good hitter's count.
2-0 count, and the pitch. Pretty good cut there, but it's to 2-1 now.
Boy, what a time to pull the string on him. On 2-0, there's no way anyone's thinking changeup, so if you can locate it, that's pretty much unhittable.
Now the 2-1 pitch. It's a fastball down below the knees.
3-1 count, tying run on the on-deck circle. You have to be very careful right here to make a quality pitch on 3-1.
And a full count now, 3-2.
3-2 counts are usually a time to challenge the hitter, but I think he'll be careful here. Shoot for the corner, and if you miss and you walk him, so what? That's better than him putting one in the seats.
We're in the 6th inning now of a 4-2 ball game. And a fastball misses there, ball 4.
Man, that's just painful for a pitcher right there. A 3-2 offering that was right on the corner, but he couldn't get him to chase, and he doesn't get the call. Can't beat yourself up about that one too much.
So a runner at first now with 1 away, and that'll bring up the outfielder Max Kepler. From the stretch. And a fastball's in there for strike 1. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Runners on first with 1 down. And he fouls this one off. Popped up. Ramos over to his right, 2 gone.
The left fielder, number 20.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well-executed pitch there.
Coming to the plate now, Eddie Rosario. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here.
Yeah, Matty, it's always a little frustrating when you square one up. You hit a solid line drive like he did, and all you have to show for it is a jog back to the dugout. That can get in your head for a little while.
Tying run at the plate, the 0-1. Popped him up. Cano waits on it. And that's the 3rd out. 1 left for Minnesota. They trail it here 4-2. Bottom of the 6th inning now, and ready to bat next, the Wyoming native Brandon Nimmo.
Brandon Nimmo.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. There's a fastball on the inner third taken for a strike. Now a swing, and he popped him up. Straight up, as this is right around home plate. And he'll stay with it here as he puts the squeeze on it for out number 1.
The batter, number 1, shortstop, Rosario.
1 away now for the Mets in the 6th. And up next will be the shortstop, Ahmed Rosario. First pitch coming. Here it is.
outside, ball one.
I know he buried that slider in right there, but that's a dangerous pitch. If he doesn't pot commit and bury that inside, it leaks out over the plate. He can get hurt with that pitch.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Drilled to the left side. And this is going to find its way into left for a 1-out knock.
Dan, how hard is it to massage your way through such a deep lineup? I mean, even the 8-9 hole hitters are solid big league players.
You know, Mark, these days you're not seeing a lot of defensive specialists in the infield or outfield. If you're in that starting lineup these days, there's a pretty good job you can swing the bat.
And they'll try and play for 1 here as he gets this one down. And the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play.
Now that number 6.
So here's Jeff McNeil, runner in scoring position with Sir John. First pitch on its way.
Nope, that's down.
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. And a fastball here that's taken for ball 2.
He's going to have a talk with the umpire after this half inning. Because if he's not going to get those calls, he's got to come a little bit more over the heart of the plate. And that usually means damage done.
2 balls and a strike to count. The 2-1. Lofted in the air out toward right center. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Mets leave 1 as they can't add to their 4-2 lead. Mitch Garver will stand in again as we flash you back to earlier. He's accounted for their only runs of the ballgame on 1 swing of the bat, as this was the swing right here. First delivery to him on the way. Drilled right back up the middle. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is aboard.
Hey, some guys can handle the postseason lights, and this is obviously one of them. Another base hit leading off for the boys. This guy's had a monster postseason so far.
Nelson Cruz will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 23, Nelson Cruz.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Waiting on it is Nimmo. Makes the play, 1 away.
The center fielder, number 25, Byron Buxton.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Byron Buxton. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one, and we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1. That one's a called strike. Back even at 1. 7th inning here at the ballpark. 4-2 our score. 2-1 now to the Twins leadoff man.
Big sweeping breaking ball right there. Good pitch. But if he wants to get him to swing at it, he'll have to bring it in a little bit closer to the strike zone.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Now a fastball gets the upper part of the zone for strike 2. Swing and a liner toward the gap in left center. But this will hang up just enough as he takes it in stride in left center for the second out.
The bat, number 11, Jorge
Digging in, the switch hitter, Jorge Polanco. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. From the stretch.
We're moving right along into this one. This guy's continuing to pitch well, which is a little bit of a surprise because his first pitch strike ratio is still under 60%.
Swing and a miss, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
Down 0-2. Maybe simplify the game plan right here. Get on the heater, even though he has 5 weapons to go to.
0-2 count, and the pitch.
Wow, that's a close pitch to take, but when you're a good hitter like this guy, to take that pitch on 0-2, you have to have a pretty good eye.
Pulls this one into the air, out into right field. Conforto will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. Twins wind up stranding one, still down by a count of 4-2. Corey Guerin gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
Number 38, Corey Guerin.
Now at the plate, Pete Alonso will try and get something started in the home half of the 7th.
First baseman, Pete Alonso.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Now a ball lined to the left side, but this is a foul ball. Here's the 0-1. And low, it's a ball and a strike. Guerin was known as a short relief specialist, a guy who came in, got 1 or 2 big outs, but with the new pace of play rules, they're forcing a change for this right-hander. Swing and a miss on the sinker, and it's 1-2.
He's gone to the well with that pitch 3 times in a row. I'm interested to see if he changes it up right here.
Still 1-2 as he fouls it away.
He was looking for a swing and a miss breaker right there, but left that one in the zone that got fouled off.
And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
That swing tells me he was really trying to get a pitch out front and rip it down the line, but that wasn't a great pitch to do it on. It's really not the best 2-strike approach either.
Standing in now, Michael Conforto, as the sinker to him finds the zone for strike 1. Guerin has a good reputation for preventing the long ball. One swing can change the complexion of the ball game when you're coming in late, but he rarely lets that happen. Part of what makes him as effective as he is. Here is a ground ball now for the shortstop to the right of second. Throw gets him, 2 down. Next will be the Mets cleanup hitter, Wilson Ramos. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. First pitch coming. Here it is.
Nope. That's inside.
Some movement now in the Minnesota bullpen as a right-hander's up and throwing. Two out, nobody on. In there, and it's even at 1. And this one runs a little too far in, ball 2. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters, so you can't afford to be giving out free passes this late.
And this is taken low for ball 4, and they'll have themselves a 2-out base runner here after all.
Well, he walked him on 5 pitches, but that last pitch was really good. He missed down, but only by a hair. When a hitter has a 3-1 count, he can wait until he gets a pitch he loves.
So it's a runner at first with 2 men out, and that'll bring up Robinson Cano. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Kepler's there for it, and the inning is over. Mets strand 1, but they still lead this one 4-2. Seth Lugo has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 67.
Leading off the inning, Luis Arias, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
And he lays off a pitch here that he probably shouldn't have. 0-1.
You like the modern style of baseball. Here it is. Both starters kept their teams in the game. It's close right now. Now we hand it over to the nasty bullpens. Let's see what matchups are going to take place.
And here's a fastball not close as he runs it to 2-1 now. Now the pitch. Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike. Softly on a line to third. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. The final line there for the Mets starting pitcher, and he really delivered a fantastic postseason performance.
Yeah, he looked really dialed in from start to finish. This is the kind of outing you hope for every time you go out there. So I think he'll feel pretty good about the effort he put forth in this one.
Here's Miguel Sano. As he'll watch a first pitch curveball drop in there for strike 1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Oh, 0-1, here it comes. And here's a foul tip into the catcher's glove. Moves it to 0-2 now.
Well, they've really had an answer for keeping him in check in this series. He's offered very little resistance with the bat in his hand so far.
Ball 1 as he lays off below the zone.
Man, that's a good take there on that 0-2 fastball just missed. He must have a really good eye at the plate.
Late making contact on that swing, and will do it again on 1 and 2. Now the pitch. Well above the letters with the fastball that time.
That was a tempting pitch to swing at right there. A big power guy like this really wants something that he can elevate and drive out of the ballpark.
He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. And in a 4-2 game, time to check the numbers here. It's our starter comparison as we see how these 2 performances stack up against one another. Here's the third baseman, Josh Donaldson. He hits with 2 away as they continue to trail in this close game.
Well, Matt, this has been a big inning on the mound. He's had to face the middle of the order, and so far he's held them at bay.
Yeah, this feels like the kind of inning we'll look back on at the end of the game, even if the result of it changes dramatically here. First delivery to him on the way. Unable to find the zone with the slider.
Well, late in the game like this, calls that don't go your way can really throw you off when you're on the mound, but you just can't let it happen. His composure is getting a little test right here.
The 1-0.
2-0.
Pitching isn't always about getting everyone out. Sometimes it's about being smart and knowing when to pick your battles. He's been really careful with this hitter so far, and rightfully so.
Getting late, 4-2 our score as we play the 8th inning. And here's a fastball for a strike. 2-1 now.
You rarely see a pitcher of this quality throw one right down the middle, and man, as a hitter, probably a good chance you're not going to see that pitch again.
All even now, 2-2. Now here it comes. And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2.
Pretty easy pitch to lay off there, 2-2. Not even close to being in the strike zone. He made it easy for the hitter in that one.
Squared that one up just a little late. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch.
You're lucky if you get one pitch a night right down the middle. Cannot be late on that fastball.
A shot down the first baseline, but this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. And the payoff pitch. And this one misses high for ball 4, and they have themselves a 2-out base runner. So that's the second walk he's worked in this one.
Yeah, that seems to be a popular approach when this guy steps in. He can really hurt you with one swing, so I think the idea is mostly not to let this one guy beat you, Matt.
So it's a runner at first with 2 men out, and that'll bring up the outfielder Max Kepler. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Curveball taken outside to begin the at-bat. Ball 1. Fastball just missed above the zone. And a very low strike there. Trying to speed up the game perhaps. It's 2-1. And, ooh, he's really given some leeway on the outside edge here. 2-2 now. Just hung in there on that one. Another 2-2 offering. A swing and a ground ball to third. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. One left for Minnesota. They trail it here 4-2. Tyler Duffy is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 21, Tyler Duffy.
Bottom of the inning now, and standing in is the veteran outfielder, Yoenis Cespedes.
The left fielder, He's
ready. Here's the first offering. In there, 0-1. And the pitch. And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Heading after it is Kepler. He's there and records the first out.
The center fielder, number 9, Brandon.
So here's Brandon Nimmo. Here comes the first pitch.
That's a tough pitch for a batter. If you're not expecting it, you'll end up with half a bat after you swing.
A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the second time here tonight.
Anytime a pitcher locates a fastball on the inside corner, it's going to be a tough pitch to hit. That one was spot on, and he had no answer for it.
To the plate now, Ahmed Rosario. As he'll take a look at ball one. He's 1 for 2 in this one. The 1-0.
That's a goal.
Hey, it looks like this guy's going to work in the upper part of the strike zone. It'll be interesting to see if this lineup can adjust to the way he pitches.
The 2-2. Doesn't get the zone. Count full now.
Hey, I know the idea is to try to get the guy to swing on a 2-2 pitch, right? But that one was so low, I don't know anybody that would have swung at that pitch.
Making him sweat out there. The 7th pitch coming up. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. And he will get there as he had to cover a lot of ground to make that play. And that ends the inning. Nothing across here this half of the inning. We're through 8 full here in Game 4. It's the Mets 4 and the Twins 2. Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. Edwin Diaz comes out of the bullpen to shut things down here in the 9th.
Now pitching and batting in the 7th spot, number 39, Edwin Diaz. Now playing center.
Coming to the plate now, Eddie Rosario. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
Looking for base runners here as they're down 2 playing on the road. Not an easy thing to do, trying to score runs or bunch hits together off of a closer.
He's set. Here it comes. One 1-0 pitch on the way.
Inside forward.
In there, 2-1.
great job of doubling up with a fastball inside. A lot of times you'll see a pitcher go in there, but they won't go back in there a second time. This guy's not afraid to pitch inside.
Ball even at 2-2. The pitch. Popped him up. McNeil is there for it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Now batting,
Ready now, Mitch Garver. He's off to a fast start in this one, 2 for 2, including a home run. First pitch coming, here it is. Good slider there, and he gets ahead of him, 0-1. Boy, big problems here to start this at-bat. It's 0-2 now. Well, I think his eyes lit up when he saw that pitch coming up at his eye level.
Oh, you think? If you've got a good fastball like he does, that location can be really effective. It looks so tempting to the hitter, but making contact on that pitch can be very tough.
Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. 1 out, nobody on. Off the outside that time as the breaking ball can't catch the zone.
Boy, went from being in the driver's seat to now being in some trouble. Had the count 0-2, started nipping at the corners, and next thing you know, this count stands at 3-2.
He loses him on ball 4.
2 ways to look at this walk. If you're the hitting coach, you say, that's a great AB. Down 0-2 and you work the walk. But if you're a pitcher like me, that's just a case of letting a guy off the hook, and that can really frustrate you.
Williams Astudillo will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line.
Williams Astudillo.
No balls and 1 strike. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Didn't quite catch the zone there. Ball 1. The win would belong to Rick Porcello, barring any late excitement here. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Hit sharply on the ground. Rosario brings it in. On to first, and he rolls the double play ball to end it here as this ball game is over.
Yeah, and they end this thing with style, turning that double play to preserve the win. That's what we call finishing strong.
Before we take our leave, time for a look at our final line score here in what turned out to be a close 2-run victory. Well, everyone was treated to a really well-played ball game in this one, and the guy you see there turned in a particularly notable performance, so he's our top player of the game in this one.
He was one of the few guys that really swung the bat well in this game with a pair of base hits. He helped propel his team to a hard-fought win.
The final score tonight. The Mets move a win away from a championship as they've taken a 3-1 series lead. Rick Porcello gets the W on the mound. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
The final line score for our ball game tonight.